This is What If Naruto had Solo Leveling Part 2. It's been quite a while, almost, I think, over a week since I posted. Now, sorry about that. I was on a trip for Memorial Day weekend, and honestly, now I'm going to try to get down to uploading maybe 3 to 4 times a week more. So I might try to upload back to back some days. Now, this What If is, of course, major fanficky kind of, not exactly. It's kind of a mixture. If you watch most of my What Ifs, they're kind of like this. I take weird turns that most people wouldn't even think of. So be prepared if something happens that you might not expect in this. Alright, without further ado, let's get into this. So now, last time we actually left off with Naruto popping in, and he's like, "What's up?" to everyone. Now, everyone else is just in astonishment that Naruto looks like he's around 20 years old of age. He has black hair, and he's quite pleasing to look at. He has this indifferent aura. It looks intimidating, but soothing at the same time. Everyone is just in shock that this is Naruto now. So, Naruto just sits his ass down, chilling, and he's just waiting. Everyone's just looking at him. The teams are announced. Then it finally gets to Team 7. Naruto Uzumaki, Sakura Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha. Naruto just kind of slaps his forehead. Fuck. I have to be on a team with these two losers. Sasuke's alright, but Sakura, she's such a bitch. Now, sorry if you don't like cussing, but I do tend to cuss a lot. Well, actually, not a lot, but I do tend to cuss in my videos sometimes. Time to time, and I feel like in this realm, Naruto would cuss more. It fits his character more so. Now, if the character wouldn't cuss, then he wouldn't, but in my What If, he does. So now, he just more or less, he just shuts himself up, and he just kind of waits there. Oh my god, I'm not only on a team with Sasuke, I'm on a team with Naruto? I don't know what happened to him, though. Now, again, I really don't care if you like my Sakura voice or not. I'm kind of making it intentionally annoying. Why? Because I don't like Sakura. I'm a very big hater of Sakura. I do know that some people like her. I'm not going to shit on you for liking her. But I don't like Sakura. So probably won't ever make her that much useful. It's just a personal bias. Don't be offended by it. Now, Sasuke is kind of intrigued by this. I'll finally be able to see what happened to Naruto and see if he actually gained so much strength. He looks strong and he has an intimidating aura. So everyone else has left by now with their team captain, and Kakashi rolls in, and his first impression is, this team's boring. But then he looks over at Naruto. And who are you? I'm Naruto. He's kind of taken aback by this. You can't really tell because he has his mask. But he's just... What? You're Naruto? That's not possible. Naruto's the same age as these guys. He was short just a little while ago. People change. Naruto just has a laid-back attitude and just chills. He's like, oh, well, alright everyone, just come up to the roof then. So they end up going up to the roof, and they begin introducing themselves. Naruto just chills, and the other two do theirs. They say the exact same thing, except Sakura would more or less say she's into someone, but she wouldn't say she hates Naruto. She's intrigued by Naruto. She doesn't know what happened to him, and she likes this new persona he gives off, but she still is a little angry at the fact that he thinks he can compete with Sasuke. Now, Naruto introduces himself. My name's Naruto Uzumaki. My favorite things are training, fitness. Let's see. I don't like it when people fuck with me. Let's see. That's really about it. Just don't fuck with me. That's kind of all he says. Now, Kakashi's like, can you elaborate a little more? Now, he's just like, nah. That's really all I have to go with me. He's kind of just chilling and waiting. He's trying to keep his persona and everything, all of his secrets. He doesn't want anyone to find out about the solo leveling, because it could possibly make him a threat. So now, Naruto. Sorry, I had to do something real quick. So Naruto is going to be told by and everyone else on Team 7, come to the training field next tomorrow morning. Make sure not to eat though. This is what Kakashi says. So the next day, Naruto comes. He hasn't eaten. He's a little hangry. Everyone else is a little hangry. And then Kakashi shows up late as usual. Naruto's like, where have you been? He's like, oh, the path of life, kind of slowed me down. Naruto's like, alright. So now, basically Kakashi's going to say, you guys gotta steal the bell from me. It's the bell test. Naruto's going to see this as intriguing. Alright then, if this is what it takes. So, once Kakashi starts the test, Naruto rushes forward. His immense speed immediately outdoes Kakashi. It actually, to a certain extent, causes Kakashi to have to try more. He lifts up his eye band, showing the Sharingan. And as he does that, he begins fighting against Naruto on almost an equal level for a little. But he realizes he's going to lose soon. He's going to lose unless he goes all out. Because Naruto is he's going all out himself. Well, he's about to go all out. He realizes that he's at about 80% himself, and Kakashi is about 75. But now it's different because Naruto's strength parameters go up by a lot. So, and he has the assistance of the system. Kakashi realizes he's going to have to release some bloodlust. Now this will be the end of Kakashi. Many of you might not like this move, but I'm very sorry. I want to change things up and I always make Kakashi live. It's going to end. Now, Kakashi has to release bloodlust just so he can keep up with Naruto. And that puts him all the way up to his 100%. And due to the overwhelming bloodlust, the system makes a new tab pops up. Bloodlust detected. New mission. Kill and dispose of the target. And the target is Kakashi. Naruto can't get out of this. He has to kill him. Now this is going to be a shame, Naruto thinks. Don't really want to kill random people. That it was his fault. So Naruto says, I'll make this quick. He charges all the way up to 100%, releasing his entire abilities, all putting it into one moment attack, disappearing entirely. And then he fires his swords he fires his gun, using it as an entirely, it's so charged up, it hits Kakashi, blows half his body apart almost. Kakashi's still alive. And then the next part that takes over is Naruto's swords are just coated in the very last bit of his power, and it slices Kakashi in half. Now, Naruto's mission is completed. He feels a little guilty about it, but at the same time, he's killed so much, he's a little immune to this. Everyone is just in shock, but that means Sakura and Sasuke. They run out and they say, why did you do that? You killed him. His bloodlust was overwhelming. He was going to try to kill me. Now, he used that as an excuse. Of course, he wouldn't have killed Naruto. But he had no choice. Naruto had no choice but to do this. And from this, Naruto levels up exponentially due to how immense his power is. So, it's going to lead to Naruto's being leveled up to about the level of about 55 to 60-ish. Now, the level system will go probably a little higher because I don't like to keep exact levels. I want to know exactly how much. It won't be perfect to how soul leveling was, but it'll be quite similar. I'm going to try to keep it as close as I can off of memory. So now, basically everyone comes, and instead of detaining Naruto, they will vouch for, Sasuke would vouch for Naruto, seeing that this is correct. There was high amounts of bloodlust from Kakashi. So due to that fact, Naruto was okay. And this will lead to more towards a bond with Sasuke. This could actually lead to them becoming the bestest of homies, and not yay homies like in the anime. Now, let's see. It's nighttime and Kakashi's body has been taken away. It's still in its form, and it hasn't been buried yet. The memorial service hasn't happened yet. So Naruto's going to open a dungeon. He received from this a drop of a key that is so immensely, it's extremely different from his normal ones. He knows this one's going to be hard, but he won't leave. He's already stocked up on a bunch of health potions, so he's ready. So he goes in to the dungeon and begins slaying monsters, and he gets up to about the level of about 61, 62. We'll say he's at level 62 right now. And he finally is introduced to the red knight. Igneal, I believe his name was, or Igneous. So now, when he fights this guy, he realizes that the strength of the knight itself is way above his own. I do believe so. I believe that's what it was at, and if not, it is now, because that's how it's going to work. So now they're going to be fighting, and they're going to be on quite par with each other for a little, but because of the fact that they both dropped their weapons just as per cannon, because he realized he can't pierce the skin or pierce the armor. So as he's fighting, he's getting his ass whooped by the knight. He's able to keep up a little, but he isn't able to keep up enough. And then finally, he just realizes he has to outsmart him. He draws in the knight by throwing a feint attack. And as the knight's about to throw his full power punch to actually destroy Naruto, Naruto dodges, flips him over his shoulder, and as he flips him over his shoulder, due to all the overwhelming weight, the knight lands flat. Naruto summons the knife really quickly, stabs it in through the eye hole. Then he brings out his other, and by knife I mean short sword, and then he brings out the other short sword and stabs it through the eye hole again, and this ends up killing the knight. He already took care of all the other ones as well, because of the fact he took out the necromancers, or the magicians. And this is when he has the option to class up. It says it will change everything. Naruto's like, fuck it, whatever. Clicks it. And this is when he becomes a necromancer. Some people there was one really good idea I did like. I can't remember who did it, but it was where he could just copy people's forms, mimic them, take their abilities. It was a very creative idea. I just didn't want to change too far. I wanted to use this entire aspect of bringing people back from the dead and making them their slaves like that. I've done it before with my Uzumaki, but this one's different. So now, he ends up making he has the ability to make around 20 to 30 warriors right now, because of he's a little higher, I believe, than what's his name was, so he can make around 25, I'll say. So he can make around 25, he gets about 20, he gets 23 of those other ones, of the other, knights, and they're pretty strong. They could beat average Jonin pretty easily. And now, Naruto ends up taking the Red Knight as well. He ends up telling him, he says, stop defending an empty throne, and come defend me, because the same thing happens. So, Igneal is now born, and now that Igneal's immensely strong, if you've read the solo leveling manga or light novel. So now, Naruto left one spot open, because he knows what he wants to summon with this, and he wants to know if it's real, if he can actually do that. He goes and visits the dead body of Kakashi, and then he makes the dead body become his servant, or let's see, what is it called? It's like shadow manipulation. Not really shadow manipulation. Whatever it is, if you guys tell me, I would begin using in the comment section below. I'll begin using that reference. But he uses the shadow of the soul, or whatever it is, and begins to bring it back to life. And Kakashi is now his servant. And he's extremely high. He's not as high as the Red Knight whatsoever, but he is around the level of a level 45 to a level 47, because he was boosted. He was boosted by this, and he can level up even more due to that. And his Sharingan has evolved. It's evolved in certain aspects. It's much more equated towards that, that it's better for combat purposes, but it hasn't evolved into a Rinnegan or anything. and he's able to, like, his vision is increased, so now he can see farther. It's more or less just made him a total powerhouse. Now, if he levels up in the future, can he get the Rinnegan? Can he evolve? Who knows? Maybe. Now, that's going to be the end of this part. What will happen? Who's going to be the next team leader for this Team 7? Who will take over? Will they still get the Zabuza mission? What's going on? Well, you'll have to find out in the next part. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you already haven't, because quite a few of you aren't subscribed to my channel. And my goal is to get to 5K subs by the end of the year. That would mean a lot to me. You guys have gotten me so high, and it's honestly really good. I did not expect to get this high so fast. But if you guys could get that goal, that'd be awesome. And I do have a second channel. I'm not going to put the link in the description yet. It's on my community tab. If you go and check on the new post, it's there. If you guys go and subscribe to that and possibly leave me content recommendations, that would be really useful, because I don't know what I want to do on the second channel, but I would like to do random shit. So thanks, guys.